Encik Fadzil is a man that envisioned a world where everyone lives in peace. He is a strong believer in the importance of the right education for children to shape a better future for the country. He is blessed with a natural talent in grooming businesses and has recently grown Brainy Bunch into 109 successful educational centers all across Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, and charity schools in Gaza and Philippines. He is also a business coach that has helped people lead a variety of businesses, a father of 5 that puts the education of his children as his sole priority.
And Prophet, our beloved Prophet mentioned in one of the hadiths, the best of you are the one that benefit others.
Now, we would like to present to you our Chief Executive Officer, Encik Mohd Fadzil Hashim. Please welcome.
And today we are going to have a soft launch of A-Flix.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. My beloved Untitled, Encik Fazli, Puan Mawar Shirim, Anti Karisma, our management team, our representative from our PIBB, from our international school, Cik Nizam, team Brainy Bunch, and of course parents of Brainy Bunch. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Can I get my slide? All right. First of all, I would like to welcome everyone to our parents conference for 2018. We are doing 2 sessions. Alhamdulillah, I can only join the morning session. So the afternoon session, insyaAllah, until late, we'll take over the first slot of presentation. So the way we organize this year event, slightly different. I mean, obviously, myself and until late, we can present all the way and explain about Brainy Bunch. But we wanted to also explain to parents that it's not us running the show. In the normal day operations, we have the entire team. So today, insyaAllah, after my slot, we will be presenting through our speakers the Brainy Bunch system so that you understand about what we do and what your child will be able to benefit and some changes that we made for this year. This year, we wanted to expose more information to parents. I mean, we always try to, but somehow it lost in translation, or most parents don't understand what we actually do at school. Because a lot of parents, they thought that we are just like any other kindergarten. So I think the session today is to get you to understand how to maximize the benefit by sending your children to Brainy Bunch. And of course, the benefit is not just to the children, also parents also. And the benefit is not limited to while your child is attending the school. Even after they graduated from Brainy Bunch, insyaAllah, we will have the continued benefits that your child will be able to gain, insyaAllah. So I'm going to start with an explanation about our group. As you see, our school motto, success in both worlds. So this, I think, we take dearly as Muslim, we always make this dua, Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azabannar. So we make dua that we ask Allah, Allah grant us the best of this world. And then of course we ask for the protection from hellfire, meaning we are asking the best of the hereafter. That is logical, right? As a believer, Allah have taught us that dua. Our beloved Prophet have taught us that dua. And I want to ask the question, how many of us, of course today we are parents, so I'm going to talk to you as parents, and I'm also a parent. I have 5 kids of my own. All of them definitely is in Brandy Bunch. My youngest one in the this year just joined the primary program. Actually, we prefer her to be in the playhouse, although she's 4 years old. My second one, the one that you see in the billboard, all the banners, that's my second one, Iman Khadijah. She's 6 this year. My third one, he's going to be 9 this year. And my first and second, 14 and 13. And they are the reason why we started this journey. We are just like you, we are just parents. And I'm still the parents in the management team. Whenever I talk, I'm not talking as educator. I don't talk on the, traditionally, this is how school should run. No. We never ask that kind of question. I always ask, can we assure this or not? Can we get our children to be able to master this skill or not? Can we able to assure that our children have sufficient knowledge and skill so that they can be the best, not just in this world, of course, in the hereafter. So I want to ask the question, how many of us love our children? Raise your hand. Love your children. Obviously, like what kind of question is that? Should be like entire hand and the feet some more. Obviously, we love our children. And this is what Allah have blessed us as a parents. Allah have given a different version of love. When Allah grant you these children, it's different kind of love. We love our parents. Somehow, Allah have given most of the parents, I think 99%, to love more our children than our parents. Although they may not be the correct way, because when the Prophet taught us that we should be loving our parents more than our children. But the fact is, Allah have blessed us with that love. And for what? For them to be billionaires in this world only? For them to be successful in this world only? No, because we know this world is not eternal. The longest that we live, maybe 150 years. If you were to look at Japan, how successful they are, so the population there on average live up to 100 years, about 80 to 100 years. In Malaysia, we are still in the region of 70 plus. But I think if we change correctly the way we live, the types of food that we eat, maybe we can live longer, insyaAllah. But then again, we know this life is just temporary. So, if we really love our children, the main objective or whatever that we do is to trying our level best to get them to be successful in the hereafter. That's the most important. And what is the key KPI that we need to at least, this one we cannot fail? Because if we fail the first part, obviously we are not going to be successful in the hereafter. For our children or even for us, definitely. What is the first deed that Allah will ask us in the day of judgment? What is the first deed? Solat. Solat is the first question that Allah will check first. And I want to ask this question. I've asked this, I know some existing parents, you heard this question, but it's always good to refresh this question. How many of us were given the blessing by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by the time we turn baligh until now? By the time we turn baligh until now, never miss compulsory solat. Don't raise your hand. Just answer in your heart. I can speak for myself that I don't have that privilege. I don't have that blessing. I didn't get the chance to do that. Some of you maybe, alhamdulillah. But majority of us, if you look at the statistic research done by Dr. Fadzil Hashim, 80% are not able to achieve that. 80% of the Muslims in Malaysia do not pray 5 times a day. And at least, if whatever the past is the past, at least we make an effort today. First for us lah. Because we cannot get our children to go Jannah and then we go to Jahannam. We don't want. We want to also go to heaven. How many of you want to go to Jannah? Raise your hand. InsyaAllah. May Allah grant your dua. And of course, the first vision that we should talk to our children, the most important is solat. Now, some parents, they say, solat is so easy. It's so easy to teach. Go and teach your children solat. If it is that easy. And one of the assurance that we gave to Brainy Bunch parents, by the time they graduate at the age of 6, before they enter 7, insyaAllah they will be able to solat independently. So that by the time they turn to age 7, the least that you can do, that you could do as the parents, is to fulfill the commandment by the Prophet. Prophet mentioned in one of the hadith, when your child turns age 7, ask them to pray. When they reach age 10, if they don't pray, you can hit them. But wallahi, believe me, if you start educating now, trying to promote solat to them, don't force them now. It's not your right. You cannot force them. It's not your right. 7, ask them to pray. 10, if they don't pray, then you can cane them. But wallahi, based on my own experience, I may not have a lot of experience, but at least my 3 kids, now the third one almost reaching 10, but I don't have to use rotan. Because what we have done is a continuous teaching to them, emphasizing, daddy is okay so long that you solat. As opposed to before, when we were raised before, mami, tak ada mami lah, those days mak je kan. Sekarang all mami, mama, and a lot of modern acronym for parenting, right? So last time, our parents will say that so long that you study hard, okay, no problem. Whatever you want, study hard. We talk about study hard first. That was the previous parenting. But today's parenting, solat first. Because why important solat? I don't have to explain. This is not, I don't have the time to explain two details, but we know. When we solat, the least is we know that we are facing Allah. We have to tell our children that. You are facing Allah. You are talking to Him. The recitation is all about conversation between us and Allah. And you can ask anything. Just now we read the Asma'ul Husna. Our children practice every day at the school. You know why we introduce Asma'ul Husna? There's one hadith of the Prophet. If we memorize 99 names of Allah, insyaAllah, we'll be granted Jannah. So we started this, I think, second year of Benibang, we started practicing Asma'ul Husna. Maybe their pronunciation or recitation is not perfect yet, but at least the foundation is there. You can continue at home, insyaAllah. So, we know, that is the core. One of the main mission for me is to leave you, at least, when you leave this on, need to ensure that you re-emphasize solat on daily basis. Even when your child is 2 years old, when you wake them up, don't wake them up to go to school. Even though they don't wake up to solat, wake them up, adik, time to solat. It's prayer time, it's subuh time. Even if they don't wake up, it's okay. You are planting in their subconscious mind. Because to plant in the subconscious mind, today we learn about subconscious mind. 30 years ago, nobody talked about it. Right? So, but we cannot just apply in our career. We should apply to our parenting. Right? So, you keep saying that if we go into their subconscious mind, and at the end, insyaAllah, we become their core belief that solat is important, insyaAllah. But then again, when we talk about success in the hereafter, we have to talk about this life. So I want to connect back. Why we launched Aflix earlier? And we have many more initiatives. You can see at the back, some in the brochures. Those who do not get the brochures, we will provide you the PDF version. Right? The state of our ummah today, where are we, the Muslims? Where are we in this entire world? And what is your role that you need to play? This is the key question that you need to ask ourselves. Because you have option. You want to raise your children to become an average Muslim, or you want to raise your children to become the super Muslim. You want to raise them to be a mere normal follower, which is maybe okay, or you want to raise them to be great leaders of the Muslim. We have our brothers from our Brani by Gaza from As-Sawaid Foundation today with us. Alhamdulillah, this is going to be our 4th year managing our school in Gaza with the collaboration with Sawaid Foundation. We have about 100 over students. Gaza, 80%. This is the largest prison in the world. Largest prison in the world. The size is about 3/4 of Klang. That's what I was told. They don't have free movement. They cannot just go out and into their country. All their main supplies coming from Israel. Because Egypt doesn't want to supply them. Which we don't understand why. But this is the state of the Ummah. I went to Syria, I think 3-4 years ago, for our one of the winter mission. I joined MAPIM and see what happened in Syria. We participated. You know, Brainy Bunch is one of the small kindergarten. I say small. No, sorry. Brainy Bunch is one of the kindergarten that believe that we should teach humanity even at this young age. You know why? Dr. Maria Montessori, which is the founder of Montessori method, she said that the most important period of education start from birth to age 6, from 0 to 6. Our ulama says the first 7 years of education is like carving on stone. Whatever that you expose, whatever that you teach, inshallah will last forever. You may not see the benefit today. You may not see benefit in the near future. But inshallah, it will be there. It will come back to them. And obviously, by choosing to send your children to Brainy Bunch, it shows how important the education for your children. So when we understand the state of our ummah is in dire. In Malaysia, if you talk about economic distributions, you talk about the chain of economy, we are not the one who control. Yes, we have all the Muslim leaders leading the country, but the one that controlling the economy. When I say this, I have nothing against the non-Muslim or the non-Malay. Nothing against them. They work hard, they deserve it. We don't work hard, we deserve it. They work strategically, they deserve it. Today, the entire world are controlled by the Jews. We know that. The financial system, the banking system, the entire economy system. The food is controlled by 10 companies only. Of course, you can question, how do Brainy Bunch involved with this kind of question? Wallahi, brothers and sisters, I asked you the question earlier. What is your goal for your children? The best of this world. What kind of vision? Follower, leaders. How many of you want your children to be leaders in this world? Raise your hand. How many of you want to raise your children to be like the light of Abdul Rahman bin Auf? Raise your hand. Or the Ar-Raji family. If you know the story of Ar-Raji family, Alhamdulillah, we were blessed yesterday. We were visited by the Ar-Raji family. The one that we know is Sulaiman Ar-Raji. So we thought that he's the man. But apparently, there's another man, Saleh Ar-Raji. So he's actually, even in terms of the wealth, I think he's the number one in the Ar-Raji family. And you know how much wakaf fund that he donated? 80 billion. 80 billion. And every year they give out, but their wealth never decrease. They give out in billions, but never decrease. So these are the kind of Muslim, because this is an example of today's world, right? So they are living in this era that they can raise this kind of values. So we hope that we can raise our children to be like them, inshallah. Right? So because of that, so we believe in our great vision is the future of the world, the future of our children. We are what we were raised to be. Alright? Somehow another lah. Somehow we were raised to be what we are today. Whether directly, whether structuredly, whatever that we were exposed, that's the vision that we have today. And understanding that is your children will be raised based on whatever system, whatever version that you want them to be. And if you want to change the future of the world, we want to change the state of the ummah, we want to change the economy of the world, we need to change it through right education and with the right environment. Environment at school is important. What Montessori called, Dr. Maria Montessori called as prepared environment. Our ulama say bi'ah, the environment or persekitaran in bahasa Melayu. It's important, not just in the school, your neighborhood is also important. Because when they walk up from your house, you need a good neighbor. And that's the reason, one of the reasons why we're trying to build this so-called Raudah City, to provide that exclusive neighborhood, not exclusive so that other people cannot come in, so that we can protect each other, we can love each other unconditionally. Prophet mentioned in one of the hadiths, Your faith is not complete until you love your brothers like you love yourself. Right? So we believe through changing these types of education, inshallah, we will be able to produce future leaders, inshallah, who are going to uplift not just image of Islam, but able to provide the total Islamic system, inshallah. So some of the missions that we have placed in our Brainy Bunch Group initiative, of course, the first one is to groom the future leaders, which is your children. So today, I'm appealing to parents. Join us not as parents only. Join us as part of our support group, our support community. Work with us together, whether while you are in Brainy Bunch, your children in Brainy Bunch, or even after. Among other key initiatives, this coming Ramadan, inshallah, we are going to organize a change conference where we want a participant from all the campuses. You will nominate a participant to go to the conference. There will be a breakout session to come up with a systematic and sustainable plan to recreate the entire Islamic economy. We call it the Islamic Economic Revival. That is the topic of this year conference. Inshallah, we're going to do it here. And I hope parents come in and support this. You know why this is important? You raise your children want to be great Muslim. But the moment they become adult, they wanted to practice, it's all un-Islamic. Go to financial system, not Islamic. We cannot blame the current version. This is the best that the ulama have come up with. So we are okay now. But we cannot stay the next 30 years. We are still in this current version. So unless we take some initiative, we take action to improve and change, then only the future can be changed. Right? You know, Jews, they met and, you know, the minutes of the meeting, all the meetings that they have, come up with the Jews protocol. Through the Jews protocol, they come up with a strategic plan to take over leadership of the world. And today they lead the world. We need to relaunch that. Of course, we were given like Quran, we were given Hadith, Sunnah of the Prophet, guidance by the ulama and so on. But we have yet to come up with a sustainable and systematic approach or plan to retake back the position. Why we have to retake back the position? Because we know when Islam rule the world, inshallah the world will be at peace. It is proven during our Islamic history. When Islam rule the world, inshallah, alhamdulillah, the world is at peace. So it is not an option for us to not to do this, inshallah. And of course, to develop the best teachers, it is ongoing. We are not saying that our teachers are the best. We have a lot of programs we're going to share you later. Our team will share you all the plan that we have, or some already implemented to ensure that our teachers get the best training, best support, and so on. In terms of the branding, we want to be the world-class brand. We want to be like Kumon in the preschool. Today, Kumon have 10 million children worldwide. Brainy Bunch target to have 1 million students, inshallah. With your support, with your dua, inshallah, we will be able to do this. Don't look Brainy Bunch as a business. Hey, why they have 1 billion? I don't get anything. I don't get money. You know? So some of us, I don't know why, whenever Brainy Bunch grow, why you grow so fast? When we grow, why you do too big? When we diversify, why you diversify business? When the non-Muslim do, they don't ask. You know, the largest brand, kindergarten in Malaysia, is not even Muslim-owned. MRC Junior, 700 centers in Malaysia. Second Smart Reader, 360 centers. Nothing wrong with them. They are running their own business. But nobody talk to them anything about that. Viral case. I want to touch about viral. Being parents, do not, because we are raised under this capitalist system. We was always told from day one that customer is king. Customer is always right. Brothers and sisters, parents, we are a believer first. We are a Muslim first. We are a Muslim brothers first. If someone did something wrong, the akhlaq or the behavior of a believer is to go to the brother, you did something wrong. You need to fix this. That is the akhlaq and the behavior that we should treat each other. Today you may be the consumer. Maybe later you will be the supplier. Or maybe you are not, your children might be. What goes around, come around, right? Treat others like you want to be treated. We're not saying that we are perfect. Please I welcome the feedback, the support and so on. My handphone number is a public number. You can call me. Don't call me, WhatsApp me. Calls difficult to answer. WhatsApp, inshallah. Today's people don't like to talk on the phone, right? People like to communicate through social media. Some parents, they communicate with me. I do sometimes a late respond, but inshallah, I give the commitment, I will respond to you. We are going to launch a Facebook group for Brainy Bunch parents. This year, we are going to enhance the communication channels. Because a lot of the time, when we have issues, they thought that they cannot reach me. I said, you just Google my name, you find my contact. If you search on Facebook, you find me also. So it's impossible for you not to find my contact number. But of course, if you want, you can ask my contact number from the campus manager. They should be able to give you my number. And of course, the main mission is to support the ummah. And of course, our aspiration of for our children, we want them to be the Forbes cover page. So when they graduate, we don't just tell them, we show them. Because remember, subconscious mind, law of attraction, start with end in mind. Parents, you understand this, right? Start with end in mind, plant them. That seeds, what you want them to be, inshallah, it will be materialized. So this is the project that we wanted to do, that we want to work with you, not just during the first 6 years, even after that. Of course, those who are able to continue in our elementary, continue. Those who can't, still, it's okay. You go to government school, no problem. This year, we're going to have our second alumni event. We're going to do an overnight camp that we're going to fill with activities. And most important, to ensure that everyone will be realigned to the big cause. Brainy Bunch is a movement. They want to create sustainable changes to the society. And we cannot do this alone. We cannot do this alone, inshallah. With your support, not just support doa, that's it. No. If you're running a business, some of your business can be integrated, can maximize with our network, why not? But of course, you have to come and tell us what you have, inshallah. Right? So, one of creating our economic ecosystem. So, this is one of the projects that we are trying to do. So, that's why you see all the other initiative is to create this ecosystem so that when your children become adult, they can practice Islam in the truest form. In a modern form, today we are merely consumers. We are merely buyers. But when you go to retail or you become sellers, not many of us anymore. Not many Muslim. Even multi-chain restaurant in Malaysia are controlled by the non-Muslim. But the largest consumer is a Muslim. If I ask you, name me 10 brand Muslim-owned chain restaurant. You don't have 10. Maybe less than 10. We used to have some, but after that they closed down. Why? Of course, later different venue to discuss. Maybe in the change conference. Distributors. How many of us Muslim distributors? Suppliers or the manufacturers. How many of us manufacturers? We have IKS, but very small. So we want to recreate this one. And of course, not just this. In our economic revival plan, we have a lot more things to do, inshallah. So call to action to unify our groceries spending power or our spending power. Imagine if we can unify your spending power. Today you buy from Alibaba, some of you, if you are doing business. You buy from Amazon or you buy from Lazada. You know what they're trying to do? They're trying to unify your strength, then take some percentage, they make money from that. But the question is, what do they do with the profit that they generate from us? It's for them. Because they are not Muslims, right? And we don't want to be the Muslim that, I control everything and I take everything for me. That's not Abdul Rahman bin Auf. That's not the light of Ar-Raji. Take what you need as a personal, leave some for your families, and balance for the ummah. And that's what we do in Brainy Bunch. All the initiative, why we build this school. Why we can build smaller? Why we want to build this big? Build smaller meaning I can make more profit, right? Why do we do this? First, we want to uplift the image of International Islamic School. In Malaysia, we are stuck to shop lots. We don't blame them because it's not easy. But because of your support, the preschool support, that's why I said, parents, when you come here, take the pride that you are part of this. You are part of our team. Just now when I say Team Brainy Bunch, our teachers feel it, right? The next one, when I say Team Brainy Bunch, I want the parents also to say Brainy Bunch. You are part of us. Imagine if we live at the time of the Prophet, 1,400 years ago, what will happen? We want to be considered as a companion. What we will do? If we live at the time of the Prophet, we say that, oh Prophet, ask me to do anything, I'll do for you. Yes or yes? Parents, yes or yes? We want to be considered as a companion. But nothing changed. Yes, the Prophet is not with us physically, but his guidance is with us. The mission is still the same. Bringing people to the religion, closer to the religion. Bringing peace, spreading salam. Message is the same. Mission is the same. He is not here physically, but his wisdom. Whatever he left us with, the guidance is there. We have the ulama, we have the teachers who guide us. But today we are so separated. The friction among the Muslim. Or this is the Salafi, this is the Wahhabi, this is the Shafi'i, this is the Maliki, the Hanafi. Everybody say their version of Islam is the best. We need to focus on the 95% of the commonalities that we have among ourselves. Unify the strength, come up with strategic plan, and inshallah we take over the world, inshallah. And of course, this is at the personal level, to create multiple stream of income. This is also one of the challenge. Most of us only rely on single income. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, based on the statistics, I don't have time to talk to you further on this, but you know this. Based on the statistics, and I have many parents who initially earn a lot, because earning doesn't equal to wealth. You may be earning 50,000 a month, but it doesn't mean that your wealth is 50,000. Because typically, the higher your income is, based on the current lifestyle, the higher your expenses is. Because the bank will come to you with so many products, refinance, credit card, personal loan, so many loans lah. So many offers that you spend more than you earn. So earn income doesn't equal to wealth. It's how you manage. That's one part lah, your income. What about other income? How to create passive income? How to create multiple stream of income? So this, inshallah, we will be able to provide some assistance, some coaching even. I provide personal coaching to a lot of parents. And it's for free. So long that you can fit into my schedule. Normally 8 a.m. is my coaching time. So you can make arrangement with Helmi, inshallah. So this is some of the initiative. I think it's too small. So we have some initiative of Brainy Bunch, the medical sector, social enterprise, e-commerce, education, property development, Islamic financial. So we do a lot, but we're going to detail this out during our parent change conference in Ramadan, inshallah. So because we want to get parents to participate, your businesses can be part of us, whether directly or indirectly, if you have businesses. I know some of you, I don't have businesses, I just want to be consumer. I hope that we don't have that kind of parents. At least you change. Remember, you cannot live alone. Your children cannot practice Islam alone. We need the community. We need, a Muslim is like a body. When one hand feel pain, the entire body should feel. It should look to each other that way. No, this one, the parent from different campus. This one, you are different, in Malay terms, what? Kubur lain-lain. Yes, kubur lain-lain. The grave is different. But this question that the malaikat, the angel will ask, is cross-reference. They will always ask you. If you have neighbors of non-Muslim, they ask, have you delivered Islam to your neighbors? Have you reached out to your neighbor to deliver Islam? Maybe your neighbor is not even in the same cemetery, different cemetery, because he went to the Christian cemetery. We'll ask, I never introduced Islam, my neighbor did not mention. So, related tak? Yes, kubur lain-lain. Different grave, but related question, insyaAllah. So, let's prepare for this. So, just to go quickly on the next slide, this is our team. We just finished, alhamdulillah, our kickoff meeting. We fly in all our teachers from Perlis, from Sabah, Sarawak, and also our Indonesia and Singapore campus. We have now about 940 campus. You know this building, so I don't have to explain. We are now actually focusing on Indonesia expansion. We already have 2 campuses in Indonesia, but we are still finalizing the right partner to help us to spread in Indonesia. Not the motivation of Brainy Bunch when we want to grow is not financially. It's because we believe the content, that we provide, not just the children, to parents as well, it will create a massive effect in this world, inshallah. Imagine if we have 1 million students. If Kumon can have 10 million, I'm sure we can have 1 million, inshallah. In Indonesia, they have 28 million children, aged 0 to 6. So to get 1 million from Indonesia, inshallah, is easy. In Malaysia, we have about 2.5 million. Okay, some key fact about Brainy Bunch is too big. This year, alhamdulillah, we have about 6,500 students, 940 staff. I still need your help to share with your friends, relatives. Share not about our school, share about the mission. Share about why you need to support Brainy Bunch. It's not about the financial, but it's about the bigger mission, inshallah. We are the largest owner-operated preschool. We operate our school directly. We don't have owner-operator. We don't have franchisee who run. Everything, good or bad, is under us. So if good, tell others. Bad, tell us. Right? That's the akhlaq, right? Good, tell others. If it's not so good, tell us so that we can improve, inshallah. And we have 4 campuses in Singapore, and it's not easy to be in Singapore, especially for Islamic brand. To be in Singapore is very, very difficult. But this is our 4th year in Singapore already, alhamdulillah. We were also awarded Extra Status Company. Inshallah, now their target is to be listed in 3 years, but we internally we wanted to be in 5 years. When we go listing, inshallah, parents also, inshallah, we try to provide some pink slip. Inshallah, this opportunity. I think we won some awards, best brand and so on, but I think that's just some of it. So that's my key. Datuk Sri Zainal, because many parents ask me whether he's still with us or not, because he just joined Petronas. So he went to Petronas because Petronas seek his help, and then because before this he received scholarship from Petronas, so he said that I have to serve lah. So, but he still remain as our chairman. He still assists us. Occasionally, he still come over to give motivation and also assist us, especially when dealing with government agencies. Until late, you can see, my wife actually, she's not here. She's not here, right? Because I have to bring to my son. There's one program in Astro, so he's participating. So she's not here. Mawar is here. So she managed, Mawar stand. She managed the entire preschool operation. Until late, can you stand? If you don't know until late. You know, we send our child, my first one, to her school. We had to travel like, back and forth about 3 hours a day when he was 18 months. So that's the reason why we think that, it's good education, why not we share and open it to other parents as well. Where's Fazli? Fazli is not here. All right, it's okay. So I'm going to fly through some of this is the organization chart. We have big and complicated, so because we have a lot, 900 over staff. So some of the awards that we do, the Zero Hunger Initiative, Zero Hunger, where we identify a family who need food because they don't have enough food. So you can actually adopt the family, and then from the money that you donate, 100% will be given to this family in forms of dry food. Value 100 ringgit. So if you want 100 ringgit, 10 ringgit also no problem. So on monthly basis, we bring our children to distribute the food together. So this is some of the initiative that we do. Outside Malaysia, we have, as I mentioned, we have our Gaza Charity School, we have our Philippine propagator. So this group, they actually do a lot of reversion of the Christian. Thousands of Christian in Philippines become Muslim because of this father and son. He also run a small madrasa who really in dire state. We need to help them. So inshallah, if you contribute to our Brainy Bunch charity, Brainy Bunch Foundation, inshallah, we don't take any single cent because operation is all by our staff. Of course, the PIBB supposed to take over the management of the foundation because we are busy with the operation. So some key milestone, we are inshallah going to complete, we have submitted the plan to build our purpose build in Ampang and Putrajaya. This is the future. Currently we are located in shop lot, house base and so on. I know some parents say, this is not appropriate, this is not that good and so on. Of course, we have to start somewhere. We don't have much capacity. We don't have any funder. We don't have any billionaire behind us. We are doing with our own capacity, so that's why we are pacing our development. But the future, when we go listing, we want to raise fund for us to build purpose-built building so that we can have a better facilities for our children. Inshallah, the launching of Rauda City, I'm going to share you some sneak preview about the Rauda City. You can also register, and I need your registration. If you are keen, you can register your interest at the back at our booth for Rauda City, so that when we launch, we can prioritize for you first before we launch to others. It's going to be the first modern Islamic city, if it's not in the world, at least in Malaysia. And of course, we are also working on ISO certification. We started last year. We thought that we can do it in 1 year, but apparently it's a long process. So our target is 2020 to get the ISO certification. We're also going to expand our international school in Johor and KL, and listing of Kuala Lumpur. Just quick glance how we grow. For just one campus, 4 staffs in 2010. So you can see the growth, 2011, 2012, 2013, 14, 15, 16, and this year. So, Alhamdulillah. Okay, some of the projects that we are doing, we have distributed you this strategic plan. So you will receive in the A3 format. Later, there will be a presentation on it. So I'm not going to touch on that. The ISO, the educational visit, annually, this is our 4th year already. Previously, we sent them to Perth, Australia. This year, we have chosen to send them to Melbourne. So what they do is we select the managers, some of the teachers, senior teachers. They visit there, Montessori school, so that they can take some learning and advise us on the improvisation that we can do. Whatever that you see is all based on the discussion, finalized at the academic team, and then we implement in all the campuses. So we also send our staff to further their studies. Internally, we also own a small center in Wyoming, USA, to produce our own diploma in Islamic Montessori. We hope the first batch will graduate by end of this year, inshallah. So these are some of the pictures that when they visited Perth, Australia. Just to give some overview about us and other brand. Of course, don't take this picture. You can take, but don't post on Facebook, because later may be offensive to other brand. But I want to mention directly, because some parents, they take that it's the same. It's just preschool. First, customized education. We talk about customized education. Your children individual progression are based on individualized learning. It's either one-to-one or in the small group. So later, Auntie Test. Okay, sorry. I have to take extra time a bit. Okay, so and then, whereas in the other system, in all the, even the brand, in other brand, if they are not Montessori school, they are teaching based on the level, meaning not level, age. 4 years old, all learn the same. 5 years old, all learn the same. 6 years old, all learn the same. Yes, if you want your child to read faster, send them to Smart Reader. Don't send to Brainy Bunch. I'm telling you upfront. Because this school is not to teach them how to read. Because I want to ask the parents, I want to ask you all this question. How many of you know how to read now? Raise your hand. Now. Ada parents tak kerti baca? Okay, so how many of you went to Smart Reader when you were small? Raise your hand. So if just worry about reading, you don't have to waste money. Just send them to Kemas. InsyaAllah they will be able to read. But what you worried is, they just become like us. Which is not too bad, but we want them to be the best. Better than us because of the greater vision. Right? So obviously we do have our plan, strategic plan for 6 years old to ensure that they are prepared for standard 1. We have that, and we do extra class. There's no charge, there's no tuition fees, there's no additional fees. Regardless of program, regular, star, full day is the same. We don't charge anything extra for extra class. Right? Mixed age classroom. This one, Auntie Karisma will explain further what the advantages of the mixed age classroom. But I normally use this example as a parents. How many of you have more than 1 kid? Raise your hand. Majority, right? That's the Malaysia ratio. Right? So do you separate your children by age? Okay, you 4 years old, stay there. 5 years old, stay there. You don't, right? And did you notice or not, your younger one always learn faster. Because they follow the elder one. That's the advantages of the mixed age group. Simple, I don't have to teach you. You know at home. Right? Movable classroom, the children do not stay. So it's always on the move. When they change subject, they change. They need to move. There's a circle, they need to know how to walk, how to move. You know, when they walk, hand behind the line, and behind the back. You know, they work on the line and so on. So they always in the move, so they are not bored, right? Manageable class size, we have ratio of, for primary, 1 to 15, for playhouse, 1 to 10. For other school, normally they follow, the MOE guideline is 1 to 25 for kindergarten, for primary, 4, 5 and 6. But for most of the brand, they do 1 to 20, right? And then, of course, we manage 100% under single management. They are all, this brand is all by franchise. There's nothing wrong. They are also a good school. I'm not saying that they are not a good school. But when you want to compare, you must compare to the fact. You cannot compare on what perceived perception. You have to look at this fact. So, alhamdulillah, we are different, you know. And then, of course, for our teachers, they have a strong career path. So, this is a picture of our purpose-built building. Inshallah, in Ampang and Cyberjaya. Our target is by 250,000 children by 2030. And okay, lastly, this is key initiative for 2018 to enhance communication and relationship with parents. First, the alumni network I mentioned to you earlier. Parents network and FB support group. Please, if you have your phone, smartphone, later after my speech, you can search Team Brainy Bunch Preschool Parents. Panjang tu kan. Later, if you cannot remember the link, you can, we will actually, send you the WhatsApp invite. Okay, but if you want to search, you can search that team, or you can take picture. It's big enough, right? Okay, and then parents' house visit. So it's not compulsory, but we are launching this for our preschool all the way to high school. We want to get more information about the family. So, and also to enhance relationship between our teachers and parents. Of course, don't bring them to your house, invite them to your house and judge them. Okay, now, recite. Now speak in English, I'm going to test my teachers. No. They will ask you questions. They will need some information from you. This is to strengthen the relationship. Like I said, over the past many years, we get a lot of feedback. Parents do not know what happened in the school. Right? When you ask your children, what do they learn? No learning, only coloring. Familiar? Only play. Don't learn anything. And then I don't know whether the parents is in the room, but don't raise your hand. So I have one parent say that my child cannot read. Already 2 years in Brainy Bunch. Cannot read. And I said, okay, one, give me the number, the details, and I get the information. I get the information, one day I get back to the parents. And I get the information, I don't just say, teacher, what do you teach? No. Send me the videos. So we get them to the child to read. The child can read, I forward to the parents. No, she can read, cannot read. Another words. Then I get another words. That one I have not forwarded to her. So maybe hopefully today I can see her. A lot of children, when they at home, they don't want to show. My children is included. What did you learn? Nothing. Yeah, we just play. Because in the Montessori way, that's how they learn. And then when you force them to read, they don't want. Some they do. Some they do. Like you have super parents who can get the children to do, alhamdulillah. But most of the case, I'm saying not all. Some, yes, we do have some cases that children do not progress according to what we wanted. Maybe some teachers did some mistake, which we need to take action. So keep on communicating with us, ask the question. All right, but of course in the group, don't ask that personal question lah. You can ask general question in the group, but if you have any personal question or concern or feedback sounded like negative, you go and private message or WhatsApp me directly. That's what we wanted to do. Can we do that, parents? No, parents. Can we do that, Team Brainy Bunch? All right. Okay, we're also going to have this parents' date night. How many of you, when was your last date night? I know it's not our culture to have date night, but there's nothing wrong to have date night, right? Sharia, where's my Sharia advisor? Sharia. So what we're going to do is, like I say again, this is also to enhance parents' relationship. So we choose one day annually. So that night, you don't take your child. No, meaning they're not going to sleep at the school. You just go for candlelight dinner or whatever. And after you finish your dinner, then you come and fetch your child in their pyjamas in our school, inshallah. So this is also, of course, it's a paid services. We have to pay our teachers. But this is opportunity to enhance relationship with parents as well. So inshallah, I think I've covered, alhamdulillah, I managed to finish my slide without extending too much, right? Oh yeah, last Okay. I'm not sure whether you saw the announcement last year. We have actually signed up with RHB. We actually moved all our corporate accounts from the previous bank, I don't want to mention, to RHB. You know that, right? Under this collaboration, RHB, alhamdulillah, agreed to give us, all your children, this free coin box. This is Brainy Bunch animation. But of course, there's a thing that you have to do, right? You have to open RHB account, the junior account one for your children. For your children, that account, junior account 1, I think if I'm not mistaken, Islamic account, with a minimum deposit of 200 ringgit. So if you have 2 children, you open 2, you get 2 lah. And so if you see, here we put tabung dunia. So it's basically whatever that you save here, you keep in RHB lah, insyaAllah. You can keep RHB, you can open, whatever account there. We also going to, insyaAllah, hopefully, by Sports Day, hopefully we can complete the Akhirat version, which is our character Nuna. So Nuna is the one with the tudung in our Brainy Bunch animation character. So the one is the tabung Akhirat, where you teach your children to save for the Akhirat, whatever that they collected in the tabung, for the donation, insyaAllah. So I hope that you support the RHB. For those who want to register, but I know that this is too many to register, they are just behind. RHB also open booth today. They are with us today. So again, I think let's support this. Open the account in RHB. We can actually make arrangement for them to come to your campuses. So maybe we can set with manager, but if you have time, you can go to RHB, open the account first. The distribution of the coin box will be through Brainy Bunch. But you need to open the account first lah, insyaAllah. I think I've taken too much of your time. I'm sure you're going to benefit from today's conference. First of all, on behalf of Brainy Bunch, I want to applaud you to be here today, taking your time, during this Saturday morning. Can we give a big round of applause to all of you? And just quick one, before I go down, can you just make a point to say hi to your neighbor and maybe add them on Facebook or share your WhatsApp number so that you make some friends here. Remember, we are a believer, we are brothers. We need to love our brothers like we love ourselves. Only insyaAllah, our iman insyaAllah will have chance to be completed. With that, jazakallah khair. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala barakatuh. Oh yeah, sorry. There's last part. Another announcement that we want to make is we have actually enhanced our student registration system. So you need to go to that system to update your information. Actually last, I think November or December, our system was not hacked, but this one hacker, they went to our system and inject police data. So we lost at that time 80% of our parents' data. We have recovered majority of it, but some data we cannot recover. So we have done the enhancement. So later the campus manager will share you the link. You need to update the information. There's actually new features that, don't worry, your data is safe. Nobody take your data. It's just that they deleted your data in our server. But now we have taken enhanced security. So I need your support to go and update the data within 7 days. After we get the data, we are going to send you a free account to our Aflix. So Aflix, we have 50 episodes of Brainy Bunch animations that we created based on the Montessori teaching and also the ability for your children to pick up English as well. So please use this platform. Currently it's only on the web version, but if you open on the phone, it's mobile friendly, so not a problem. But we are hoping that by the time we reach Ramadan, we can officially launch the platform to others. And all our event will be streaming live. Concerts, sports day, so you don't have to worry later, where to get the videos, where to get the programs about Brainy Bunch. You can just go to our live station. Today we have also our speaker, which is very, very knowledgeable. I hope that you stay throughout the event, insyaAllah. We have done, we all Jazakallah khair. And the last one, we're going to show you a preview of Rauda City. Can we play the video? Jazakallah khair. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.